Good morning, or if it's the afternoon, happy Wednesday. How are you all doing today? Well, we finished with Mark chapter 4 yesterday with the calming of the storm. And that was Mark showing the power that Jesus had over nature. Well, today we're going to discuss where Mark shows that he has the power over evil spirits. Hi, I'm Pastor Mark with Heights Christian Church. What we're doing is we're going through the Bible in 5 years. And we'd love for you to be a part of that with us. And so we invite you to subscribe. Did you see that? Subscribe to our channel and be a part of this on a daily basis. What we are doing is we read the Bible 6 days a week. And on the 7th, which is a Sunday, we one of the pastors, either myself or Pastor Jeremy, Pastor John, one of the pastors will speak on what we read during the week. And so we invite you for all of those things to become part of the channel of Heights Christian. So we'd love for you to be a part of that. All right, well, let's just dive into the scriptures here in chapter 5, verses 1 through 20. And this is where Jesus goes. Remember, they were going across the lake. And so that's when Jesus calmed the storm. And then they got to the side of the lake. So that's where we're at. Chapter 5. They went across the lake to the region of the Gerasenes. When Jesus got out of the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tombs to meet him. This man lived in the tombs, and no one could bind him any more, not even with a chain, for he had often been chained hand and foot. But he tore the chains apart and broke the irons on his feet. No one was strong enough to subdue him. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills he would cry out and cut himself with stones. When he saw Jesus from a distance, he ran and fell on his knees in front of him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High? In God's name, don't torture me." For Jesus had said to him, "Come out of this man, you impure spirit." Then Jesus asked him, "What is your name?" "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. A large herd of pigs was feeding on the nearby hillside. The demons begged Jesus, "Send us among the pigs. Allow us to go into them." He gave them permission, and the impure spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Those tending the pigs ran off and reported this in the town and countryside, and the people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they saw the man who had been possessed by the legion of demons, sitting there, dressed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. Those who had seen it told the people what had happened to the demon-possessed man, and he told about the pigs as well. Then the people began to plead with Jesus to leave their region. As Jesus was getting in the boat, the man who had been demon-possessed begged to go with him. Jesus did not let him, but said, "Go home to your own people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how he has had mercy on you." So the man went away and began to tell in the Decapolis how much Jesus had done for him, and all the people were amazed. Wow, this is an amazing narrative here talking about this. Now, there is a synoptic that is in Worth Mark that talks about 2 men, but there could be a disagreement because of the name Legion, as there were so many. You see here in verse 9, it says, "My name is Legion," he replied, "for we are many." And then look at verse 10. "And he," singular, "begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area." I think this is Mark describing that there were a number of demons in this man and that they had overwhelmed him. A few things we just need to point out here. When the demons are put into the pigs are almost immediately destroyed, because that's what Satan does. Satan wants to destroy us. He is a destroyer. That's what he wants to do. Now, obviously, God did not permit Satan to destroy the man, but as soon as they were put into the pigs were destroyed. And so we need to be very, very careful when we mess with anything that's satanic in nature, because Satan's very nature is to destroy. And we see lots of this in today. We see a lot of marriages being destroyed because they follow the world and they don't follow God's plan for marriage. We have a lot of people who end up destroying themselves by drugs and alcohol because they are not doing the biblical way of not being drunk or not being in the right mind by using narcotics. And so, all of that being said, Satan is a destroyer, but God is a redeemer. And we need to be aware that Jesus has power over evil spirits. And if Jesus is living in us, then we too can know that we have the protection of Jesus in our life. Sometimes people ask me, hey, can a Christian be demon possessed? They cannot, because if you are truly have Jesus in your heart, there is no way a demon would be in the same position of where Jesus is. They just can't. What does darkness have to do with light? And so let me encourage you, my friends, follow the way of Jesus. He is stronger than nature. He is stronger than evil forces, and Mark is showing this. And this is very interesting because of Mark's original message is to the Gentiles. This could be the very beginning of Jesus' reaching out. Jesus tells them, you can't get in the boat with me. You need to go home. And you need to tell people what God has done for you. And he talks about Jesus and the mercy that he was shown. And he begins to tell them, and maybe that was the beginning of Gentiles being able to see. And this is completely opposite of what Jesus does with Jewish people. He tells them not to say anything. But with this Gentile, clearly, this demon-possessed man that was no longer demon-possessed, Jesus tells him, tell everybody how God has had mercy on you. Those are my encouraging words for you today. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow, which is Thursday. Talk to you then.